So listen carefully. Perhaps the reason you haven't become rich yet isn't a lack of effort or a lack of faith. The problem could lie in a single word you speak every day. A small word, yet so powerful that it destroys your vibrational frequency, blocks your abundance, and closes your energy field. You repeat it without realizing it. And it's as if you decree your own scarcity, signing an invisible contract with lack. And look, it's no coincidence that you feel like life is going in circles. That the more you try to manifest prosperity, the more bills, delays, and blockages appear. This happens because the subconscious doesn't argue, it simply obeys. Every time you utter this word, you're programming yourself to push money away, sabotage the manifestation, and cut off the energy of prosperity that could be flowing to you right now. But here's the kicker. There's a simple way to turn this around. In today's video, I'll show you the word you should never say again if you want to get rich. And I'll reveal the spiritual code that should replace it, capable of aligning your energy field with the universe and opening the doors to abundance. Doubt and faith in the power of manifestation. Doubt always looms large when someone decides to delve into the world of manifestation. Many view the law of attraction with skepticism, wondering if prosperity, abundance, and wealth can truly be attracted by mere thought and words. It's natural. We've been taught from childhood to believe more in physical effort than in the invisible power of the mind. But the energy field that sustains all creation responds to the vibrational frequency we emit. And that's when everything begins to change. Between "I don't believe it" and "I know it works" lies a chasm that only faith can bridge. The curious thing is that both the skeptic and the believer are right. Each manifests exactly what they believe. What vibrates doubt creates more doubt. What vibrates confidence attracts paths of prosperity. Consider this. When someone says "I can't," their mind and subconscious align their magnetic field to block solutions. But when someone declares with intention and emotion, "I can," they open invisible doors. This is the difference between living in scarcity and activating prosperity. The universe doesn't judge, it simply responds to the vibrational decree. A practical example, two people might start the same online sales business. One repeats daily, "Nobody buys anything these days." The other affirms, "There are customers ready for my product." The first sees their energy drained. The second receives unexpected money and advertising opportunities that seem like coincidences. These aren't coincidences, they're responses from the energy field to the inner decree. It's manifestation acting progressively, like a spiritual code triggered by the word and sustained by the abundance mindset. Faith isn't blind, it's vibrational. It works like an ancient password, almost like those prosperity mantras hidden in spiritual traditions. Those who understand this realize that even Jesus, in the original Aramaic, used words as keys. Ancient spiritual language wasn't just communication, it was vibrational technology. And even today, when a person releases sounds charged with intention, they are tampering with the code of reality itself. Doubt tries to cut off this flow, but faith keeps the magnetic field pulsing at a high frequency. In practice, cultivating this faith requires discipline. It can start with a simple exercise. Every morning upon waking, repeat out loud 3 powerful phrases such as "I am abundance," "I manifest wealth," and "I am aligned with the universe." It's almost like updating your internal system, and to reinforce this, write these phrases in a notebook and creatively visualize your desired result. The subconscious, bombarded by repetition for manifestation, begins to believe even before the rational mind. The wise mentor would say, "The universe doesn't understand irony, only vibration." So if someone says, "I hope I don't lose money," the energy of prosperity doesn't flow. It's like typing the wrong code into a safe. It won't open. However, The person who sustains faith and intention aligned with emotion activates the correct vibrational decree. That's why stories of inner transformation always begin with someone who decided to believe, even without seeing immediate signs. Faith is the first invisible investment that generates a real return. And here's the turning point. While doubt paralyzes, faith moves the energy field and activates prosperity. But there's something even deeper in this process, a secret that involves how we use our words in our daily lives. Because it's not just about believing or not believing, but about realizing that every word uttered into the air is already an act of creation. And it's precisely in this mystery of the hidden power of words that the next step is revealed. Words aren't just sounds thrown into the wind. They are invisible decrees that shape realities. Those who have realized this understand that manifestation doesn't begin with grand rituals, but with what is repeated every day in everyday language. The loose phrase, often spoken without thinking, is like a command sent to the subconscious and the energy field. When someone says, "I'm broke," for example, they are signing a vibrational contract with scarcity. When they declare, "Abundance flows to me," they create a spiritual code that naturally attracts prosperity. In the law of attraction, the vibration of words is more powerful than one might imagine. It's not superstition, it's vibrational frequency. Those who speak with conviction generate a vibrational decree that reverberates like waves in the universe's magnetic field. Think of a lake. Each word is a stone thrown, and the waves expand until they reach shores beyond the eye's reach. That's why, by repeating phrases of prosperity with intention and emotion, the energy of prosperity begins to circulate in areas previously blocked. The Bible already pointed to this principle when it stated, "Let there be light," and there was light. This is not only a religious record, but also an example of how the power of words acts as a code of creation. Today, neuroscience proves that positive phrases stimulate brain areas linked to confidence and action, while negative words activate zones of fear and withdrawal. See how this connects to the concept of manifestation. What you say directly affects how you act and perceive opportunities. Want a simple example of application? Take a piece of paper, write 3 phrases about abundance, and stick them on your bathroom mirror. Every morning while brushing your teeth, read them aloud. This seemingly small practice reprograms the subconscious and reinforces the abundance mindset. It's not instant magic, but rather alignment with the universe through repetition for manifestation. The subconscious and wealth work together as silent allies, always waiting for a clear command. Ancient cultures knew this secret. Eastern peoples used prosperity mantras. The Egyptians chanted songs of abundance. And the Aramaic Jesus used ancient spiritual language as a tool for healing and inner transformation. Every sound carried intention. Every word was an energetic code. To this day, many are unaware that Aramaic expressions possess a unique frequency capable of activating prosperity and aligning the being with the universal flow. Words have always been more than communication. They are spiritual technology. What's striking is that this is even confirmed in real life. A salesperson who repeats to themselves, "Nobody's buying anything today," ends up closing fewer deals, not only because they experience scarcity, but because their attitude reflects it. Another who states, "Ideal clients find me every day," conveys confidence and creates a magnetic field that attracts different results. Words shape energy and consequently, reality. It's no coincidence, it's vibrational alignment in action. And when one discovers that there's an even deeper mystery behind words, especially those charged with ancient spiritual meanings, the game changes completely. Because it's not just about saying "I am prosperous," but also about accessing spiritual codes hidden in ancient languages, which function as vibrational keys. And it's at this point that the mystery of Aramaic begins to reveal itself, bringing an even higher level of manifestation. Aramaic is not just an ancient language forgotten in history books, it is a spiritual code that has spanned millennia. It was in Aramaic that Jesus transmitted teachings that carried not only wisdom, but also vibration. Each word carried weight, each sound was like an energetic password. Unlike modern languages, Aramaic resonated directly with the magnetic field, as if each syllable were programmed to align human beings with the abundance of the universe. It is no coincidence that so many mysteries still surround this ancient spiritual language. Imagine this. When Jesus spoke a word, it wasn't just an instruction, but a vibrational decree capable of healing, manifesting, and transforming. Many scholars claim that the sounds of Aramaic possess specific frequencies that alter the state of the subconscious and the energy of prosperity. It's as if the sonic structure itself was designed to activate prosperity, manifest quick money, and align with the universe. And here's the key. We too can use this spiritual code, even centuries later. An Aramaic word is not just a sound. It is an energy field condensed into vibration. When spoken with intention and emotion, it acts as a creative visualization in sound form, opening invisible doors. Think of a mantra. The repetition of a single syllable can alter states of consciousness. Similarly, Aramaic words function as prosperity mantras, realigning the subconscious and wealth to create tangible abundance. Inner transformation begins with the tongue, with the decree that passes through the lips and echoes in the vibrational field. Want to feel the impact of this? Try taking a simple Aramaic word and repeating it silently in a meditative state. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and allow the sound to resonate within you. Your body relaxes, your mind opens, and the energy of prosperity seems to flow naturally. It's not just meditation, it's an ancient manifestation practice. Just as ancient people accessed spiritual codes, you too can reactivate this vibrational frequency and align yourself with abundance. It's as if Aramaic were a bridge between the human and the divine. It doesn't just describe reality, it creates realities. Words loaded with shalom, for example, not only mean peace, but also activate harmony and prosperity in the energetic field. They are invisible decrees that shape the lives of those who pronounce them. Repeating them is like entering a secret password into a safe filled with vibrational wealth. And the most fascinating thing is that this safe has always been accessible, just waiting for the right code. Today, amid the noise of the modern world, few stop to recognize the power of this spiritual heritage. But those who awaken to this mystery understand that language can be used as a tool to align with the universe. It's no wonder that so many people, by applying repetition techniques and vibrational decrees, begin to receive unexpected money, opportunities, and clarity. It's the very vibration of abundance responding to the hidden call of Aramaic. Now I want to challenge you. What if you could use a single word to completely transform your financial and spiritual energy? What if that word were the missing link between your intention and inevitable prosperity? Stay with me, because in the next step, I'll reveal this secret Aramaic word, shul, and show you how it can become your personal code for activating prosperity. If this makes sense to you, comment below, I receive the prosperity code. This way you activate your own energy of manifestation as we move towards the revelation of the secret word. Shel, also spelled shalom, seems like a simple word, but in Aramaic it carries a vibrational power that surpasses any literal translation. Yes, it means peace, but not just in the sense of the absence of conflict. In the energetic field, shul is a spiritual code that activates harmony, prosperity, and vibrational alignment. When pronounced with intention and emotion, its frequency creates a kind of magnetic field capable of attracting abundance. It's as if each letter were programmed to resonate directly in the subconscious and open the door to wealth. Now imagine applying this word as a daily vibrational decree. Upon waking, before even touching your phone, take a deep breath and repeat in a clear voice. Shlul. The vibration resonates in the body, the mind quiets, and the energy field reorganizes. This practice works like a prosperity mantra, a vibrational password that activates invisible prosperity. It doesn't require effort, it's surrender. Repetition for manifestation strengthens the subconscious and trains the abundance mindset, preparing you to receive unexpected money and opportunities. It's interesting to note that this frequency manifests itself even in practical life. Someone who repeats Shul daily begins to notice subtle changes, less anxiety, more clarity, and more balance in making financial decisions. The personal magnetic field strengthens and begins to attract prosperity. This isn't a coincidence, it's vibrational science in action. Just as a radio station needs to be tuned to the correct frequency to capture the signal, the mind needs the right words to access the flow of abundance. Shul is more than peace, it is prosperity in motion. It's as if it were saying to the universe, I am ready to align with the whole. And the universe, faithful to the power of words, responds by opening pathways. This explains why so many spiritual traditions have used Aramaic words as keys. It's not just a sound, but a vibration that connects human energy to the universal code. The secret lies in feeling the word, not just repeating it. Emotion and intention are fuels that amplify the decree. Want a practical exercise? For 21 days, set aside 5 minutes before bed. Sit in silence, close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and repeat Shul slowly, as if letting the word expand within your chest. Creatively visualize your life in prosperity, bills paid, opportunities arising, abundance flowing. This simple manifestation ritual can reprogram your subconscious and align your abundance vibration with the universal flow. What many people don't realize is that words like Shul carry layers of meaning. Literally, it means peace. Vibrationally, it means prosperity. Spiritually, it means a direct connection with the Creator. This multi-frequency nature is what makes this word so powerful. It unites internal transformation, alignment with the universe, and openness to receiving unexpected riches. Each repetition is like a seed planted in the magnetic field, ready to germinate into real opportunities. And if a single word already has this power, imagine what happens when we combine intention, emotion, and daily practice. Shul isn't just a linguistic curiosity. It's a secret wealth technique that few know and apply. But it's not enough to pronounce it mechanically. You need to feel it, vibrate, and surrender to the flow. And this is precisely what leads us to the next step, understanding how intention and emotion become the true keys to manifestation. When we talk about manifestation, many imagine that simply repeating words as if they were magic formulas is enough. But the universe doesn't respond to cold repetition. It responds to the intention and emotion that underpin those words. It's like a radio. You can turn the frequency knob, but only when you find the right tuning point does the music play. The same is true with the law of attraction. Words are the vehicle, but intention and emotion are the fuel that activate prosperity. Without them, nothing moves. There are inspiring stories that prove this. Joe Dispenza, for example, tells of people who, by combining creative visualization with deep emotion, cured diseases considered incurable. It wasn't just the mechanical repetition of a mantra, but the fusion of vibrational faith with authentic feeling. This is the secret. When the heart and mind align, the energy field opens, and the vibration of abundance manifests in the form of health, wealth, and opportunities. Emotion transforms words into living decrees. Another example comes from common stories you may have heard. People who, in the midst of scarcity, decided to act differently. A woman who worked as a cleaner began writing daily in her notebook. "I manifest wealth." But it wasn't just writing. She mentally envisioned herself in a bigger house, felt the excitement of buying new clothes, and imagined the smell of her new kitchen. Within a few years, she opened her own cleaning business, hired employees, and experienced the energy of prosperity flowing. And this doesn't just apply to money. Neville Goddard said, "Feel the desire as already fulfilled, and it will be." This phrase is a reminder that it's not about waiting to believe, but believing to receive. Someone who desires love, for example, might simply repeat, "I attract healthy relationships." But if this phrase isn't accompanied by the emotion of already being loved, they won't vibrate in the correct magnetic field. Intention and emotion are the hallmarks of authenticity in manifestation. In practice, this can be achieved with small changes. Instead of simply repeating, "I received unexpected money," close your eyes. Imagine the sound of a bank notification. Feel the joy of seeing your balance increase, and give thanks as if you had already received it. This simple exercise creates a vibrational reality so strong that the subconscious can't distinguish between imagination and reality. The energy field then responds with real situations that confirm the new vibration. This is the difference between living tentatively and living with certainty. Many give up because they repeat words without emotion, without clear intention, as if they were reading a shopping list. But those who vibrate with intense feeling and conviction reap results. It's as if they were saying to the universe, "I know it's already mine." And the universe responds, because the energy of prosperity always manifests where it finds fertile ground for emotion and faith. Now think with me. If intention and emotion already transform words into tangible realities, what happens when you combine this power with creative visualization? What if you could see, feel, and experience what you desire in advance, preparing your mind and magnetic field to receive abundance? This is precisely what brings us to the next step, where visualization becomes the key to mentally preparing for the prosperity that is already on its way. If you're feeling the force of this, comment below, "I feel, I live, I manifest." This is the first step to creating the vibrational reality you desire. Creative visualization is like a secret rehearsal for the life you want to live. Those who practice this exercise discover that the mind doesn't distinguish reality from imagination so well. If you close your eyes and see yourself living in prosperity, feeling the joy of receiving unexpected money, your subconscious believes it. It's like training your brain to accept abundance as normal. And the more normal this becomes within, the more natural it becomes outside, in the energy field that responds to your vibrational frequency. Real-life stories demonstrate the power of this practice. Before becoming famous, Jim Carrey would write himself checks for enormous amounts and visualize them as if he had already received them. Years later, he would sign contracts for exactly the amounts he had imagined. This isn't a lucky tale. It's proof that creative visualization, when combined with emotion and intention, creates spiritual codes in the subconscious that align a person with the universe. Prosperity doesn't happen by chance. It's attracted. In practice, you can start simple. Imagine yourself entering your new home, smelling the new furniture, hearing the sounds of the place. Or visualize a Pix arriving with an unexpected amount, and notice the emotion it would evoke. The more details you create, the stronger the vibration of abundance becomes in your magnetic field. This isn't fantasy. It's a vibrational decree that programs your subconscious to accept wealth as reality. And it's not just about money. Olympic athletes have used creative visualization for decades. Michael Phelps, for example, mentally practiced every move in the pool before a competition. By the time he entered the water, he had already swam victory hundreds of times in his mind. This secret wealth and achievement technique is the same one that can be applied to manifest financial prosperity, health, relationships, or any internal transformation. If you want to try it now, close your eyes for 2 minutes. Imagine holding in your hands a sum of money you wish to receive. Feel the weight of the bills, the texture, the feeling of deep gratitude. Let this emotion grow until it overflows. This is creative visualization in action, intention, emotion, and mental imagery, working together to align with the universe and activate prosperity. And remember, the subconscious and wealth go hand in hand. What you feed your mind with images and emotions transforms into the vibration of abundance. It's not about fantasizing without action, but about preparing your energy field to recognize the opportunities that are already coming. When you visualize, the brain creates shortcuts and opens paths that previously seemed impossible. Now imagine repeating this practice every day, like a spiritual routine, visualizing not just once, but reinforcing the image, feeling it again, and internally experiencing what you desire. This is called repetition for manifestation. And it is precisely at this point that the next step opens up, the power to repeat day after day until your vibration is so ingrained that reality has no choice but to respond. If this practice has already inspired you, comment below. I already see my prosperity. This is a vibrational decree that strengthens your energy right now. Repetition is the mother of learning and also the silent key to manifestation. It's not enough to say, "I am abundant" once and expect life to suddenly change. The subconscious needs to be trained, like a muscle that only grows with consistency. Each repetition is like a hammer striking the rock of the old mind until it breaks the patterns of scarcity. This is how the law of attraction becomes a real practice, through daily reinforcement, which creates new neural pathways and establishes the correct vibrational frequency in the energy field. See how this works in real life. Thomas Edison failed more than 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Each attempt was a repetition, an insistence on aligning his vision with reality. The same applies to prosperity. With each repeated vibrational decree, you get closer to the result. People who write phrases like, "I manifest wealth daily," and place this paper under their pillow are reinforcing the energy of prosperity in their subconscious. And this subconscious never rests. It works day and night to align with the universe. This is where the secret wealth technique used by many comes in, repeating prosperity mantras for 21 consecutive days. It's not superstition, it's vibrational science. Neuroscience studies show that this period is sufficient to reprogram mental habits. And when the practice is done with intention and emotion, the vibration of abundance becomes natural. It's like tuning a radio station until the signal clears. The more you repeat, the clearer the flow becomes. Examples abound. A young man who dreamed of working abroad decided to repeat every day, "I am already living in the country of my dreams, working in a place that welcomes me with joy." He wrote this on paper, recorded audio recordings to listen to before bed, and repeated it in front of the mirror. Months later, he was hired by an international company and moved under favorable conditions. What seemed impossible was simply the vibrational response of repetition to manifestation. And here's a simple practice you can start today. Choose a short, powerful phrase like, "Abundance finds me every day." Repeat it out loud 10 times upon waking, 10 times before bed. Write the same phrase in a notebook at least 3 times a day. This creates an energetic pathway that strengthens the subconscious and increases the magnetic field of prosperity. It's not the number itself that matters, but vibrational constancy with intention. Repetition is like planting seeds. No farmer throws a seed into the ground and expects to harvest the same day. He plants, waters, tends, and persists. The subconscious works the same way. Each repeated word is a drop of water in the soil of the mind. Over time, the vibration of abundance blossoms into tangible results, opportunities, unexpected money, new connections. It's internal transformation, materializing externally, naturally, and powerfully. Now consider, if repetition has already taken such deep root in the subconscious, what happens when the fruits begin to appear? Does manifestation come suddenly, or does it reveal itself progressively in signs, changes, and opportunities that prepare the ground for the great harvest? This is the mystery of the next step, understanding progressive manifestation as a living process which grows with its constancy. If you already understand the power of this, write in the comments, "I repeat, I manifest." This phrase is more than a comment. It is a vibrational decree. Manifestation rarely happens like a bolt from the blue. It's progressive, like a seed that sprouts, grows, and blossoms at the right time. People often expect the law of attraction to deliver prosperity in the blink of an eye, but the truth is that the universe works in layers. First come the subtle signs, then the small opportunities, until abundance manifests in its fullness. This process is necessary because the subconscious and wealth need to align step by step, so that the mind can support the new reality without sabotaging it. Motivational stories demonstrate this clearly. Oprah Winfrey, for example, didn't become one of the richest and most influential women in the world overnight. She used creative visualization from a young age, imagining herself in front of large audiences, experiencing the energy of prosperity, even when she had nothing. Each small opportunity in her career was a progressive manifestation of the energetic field she had already activated within herself. She didn't regress. Her vibrational frequency simply expanded to support her current reality. This is why many people get frustrated. They don't realize they're already manifesting. When an unexpected conversation, a new idea, or a person opens a door, this is already the vibration of abundance in motion. But because the mind expects the final result, it fails to see the steps along the way. It's like planting a tree and complaining because only the first buds have appeared, without realizing that the fruits are arriving at the right time. Want to see this in practice? Imagine someone who wants to receive unexpected money. Suddenly, they start seeing unexpected discounts on their bills, find a forgotten note in their pocket, receive invitations to do extra work. These signs are part of progressive manifestation. The mistake would be to say, "It's not enough," and vibrate scarcity. The right thing to do is to be grateful, reinforce the vibrational decree, and maintain the intention. This way, the magnetic field strengthens and makes room for larger sums. Even in science, this is confirmed. Quantum physics shows that reality doesn't collapse all at once. It reveals itself in waves of possibilities that gradually adjust to observation. When you sustain a thought with emotion, the universe responds progressively. First, by changing your perception, then by creating external connections. It's as if the energy field is testing whether you are truly prepared to sustain the energy of prosperity you've requested. And then there's the internal transformation factor. Progressive manifestation isn't a delay, it's preparation. The universe adjusts your abundance mindset before delivering large amounts of wealth. Without this preparation, a person could waste or even self-sabotage. Have you ever noticed that those who win the lottery without preparation often lose everything in a short time? It's because there wasn't time to align the subconscious with wealth. The progressive process is a form of divine protection. Now, if manifestation comes in waves and stages, how can we best prepare to sustain this growing energy? The answer lies within. We must allow internal transformation to occur, allowing the abundance mindset to be solidly built so that prosperity is not a passing incident, but a continuous flow. And this is precisely what brings us to the next point, understanding that true wealth begins with internal transformation. If you recognize signs of progressive manifestation in your life, comment here. I am already manifesting. This recognition strengthens your energy field and opens space for more. True wealth doesn't begin in the wallet, but within the mind. Internal transformation is the point at which a person stops seeing prosperity as something external and fleeting and begins to perceive it as a vibrational identity. This is when they understand that they don't need to chase abundance because they already carry the energy of prosperity within themselves. This shift in perspective is powerful. Those who vibrate scarcity continue to attract scarcity, but those who cultivate an abundance mindset naturally connect with opportunities that seem to fall from the sky. Stories of transformation confirm this. Napoleon Hill interviewed hundreds of millionaires to write Think and Grow Rich, and realized they all had one thing in common. Before achieving wealth, they transformed their own mindset. They internally decreed their prosperity before seeing it manifest. It's as if the subconscious was reprogrammed to accept abundance as the only possible outcome. This unshakable confidence is what strengthens the personal magnetic field and opens the door to receiving unexpected money. This internal transformation isn't theoretical, it's practical. It begins when a person decides to replace phrases like "I can't" with vibrational decrees like "I can." This simple adjustment in the power of words already alters the vibration of abundance. With repetition for manifestation, the subconscious begins to believe more in this new identity than in the old. This is why many say, "I didn't attract prosperity, I became prosperity." The change within reflects without, like a quantum mirror. Want to apply this? Choose 3 areas of your life today where you feel scarcity: money, health, relationships. Write next to them phrases that express abundance in these areas, such as, "My body vibrates with health, my heart attracts healthy love, my hands touch wealth every day." Read them aloud with intention and emotion and feel these phrases as truths. This creates new pathways in the subconscious and strengthens your energy field. It's simple but transformative. A motivational example: a man who was living in debt began using this method. Every day he affirmed, "I am prosperity, I manifest abundance, I receive unexpected money." Gradually his anxiety diminished, he managed to organize his finances, job opportunities arose, and his life completely turned around. Internal transformation came first, and wealth became a natural consequence. He didn't change from the outside in, he changed from the inside out. This is where the secret comes in. Inner transformation is not about having more, but about being more. It's about feeling that wealth is not a one-off event, but a continuous flow that activates when our vibrational identity is aligned. Those who understand this stop counting pennies and start counting possibilities. And in this new state of consciousness, every Aramaic word, every vibrational decree, every repetition becomes even more powerful because it comes from within. And if internal transformation already opens doors, imagine what happens when this practice is sustained consistently. It is at this moment that the final call arises. The decision to maintain spiritual discipline, repeat Shalom with faith, and commit to a path of inevitable prosperity. And this is the point of the next topic, the practical call that confirms the harvest of what was sown. If this message spoke to you, comment, "I am prosperity." This is not just a comment, it is vibrational activation. There comes a time when all knowledge must become practice. The ultimate calling is this: to decide to live prosperity not just as a theory, but as a vibrational routine. And here, simplicity is the key. For 21 days, repeat the Aramaic word Shalom every day out loud with intention and emotion. And this repetition is not just a prosperity mantra, but a spiritual code that realigns your energy field. Those who sustain this exercise begin to notice subtle changes and then grand transformations. It's like training your body at the gym. Muscles don't appear on the first day, but after weeks of repetition, results become inevitable. The same happens with the abundance mindset. With each repetition, you strengthen your subconscious and raise your vibrational frequency. It's faith in motion, constancy that takes root, a vibrational decree that never fails. The universe responds to what is consistent, not to what is merely a passing wish. Consider this true story. A young businessman in debt and with no way out decided to apply this practice. For 21 days, upon waking and before going to sleep, he repeated Schl and affirmed wealth decrees. At first, nothing seemed to change, but gradually new contacts, business proposals, and even unexpected debt forgiveness emerged. Today, he testifies that it wasn't luck, but alignment with the universe. The practice was the bridge between his faith and the manifestation of prosperity. And it's not just about mechanically repeating. The secret is to combine faith, intention, and emotion. Each time you pronounce Schl, imagine yourself immersed in a magnetic field of abundance. Visualize unexpected money arriving. Feel the energy of prosperity circulating in your hands. See doors opening. This transforms repetition into a living decree, which reverberates in the subconscious and the energy field, bringing inevitable results. But here comes the crucial point: consistency. There's no point practicing for 3 days and then giving up, because nothing has happened yet. Pruning precedes harvest. Waiting isn't wasted time, it's preparation. When you maintain the flow for 21 days, something inside you changes. And when you change, everything around you begins to change. The universe responds to your vibrational commitment because it realizes that you're not just experimenting, you're truly becoming prosperity. This call is also an invitation to engage. Share your journey, declare it out loud, and inspire others. Those who manifest prosperity don't keep it to themselves, but spread the vibration of abundance. That's why you should comment, share, and subscribe to continue receiving spiritual codes and secret wealth techniques. Your individual practice becomes part of a collective chain of prosperity. And now, tell me, are you ready to repeat Schl for 21 days and see your life align with the universe? Because the truth is simple: faith plus constancy, inevitable prosperity. And this is just the beginning of an even deeper journey that continues beyond this moment. If you accept this call, write, "I will practice." This is your energetic signature before the universe. So pay attention. It wasn't bad luck nor a lack of effort. It was a word. A small word, but powerful enough to hinder your prosperity and keep you trapped in scarcity. Today, you discovered what it is. And what's more, you discovered how to replace it with a spiritual code capable of aligning your vibrational frequency with wealth. Now the choice is in your hands. Will you continue to declare scarcity? Or will you decide today to embrace the abundance that is already rightfully yours? If this message resonated with you, write it in the comments below. I choose abundance. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear it now. Because the universe doesn't wait, it responds to the decree you cast.